people who yet influence me, people like Kirk Franklin, John B. Key, Fred Hammond, my boy that sings Never Could Have Made It, Marvin Sapp. Oh, my, all of these young fellas, Marvin Winans, these are people that I listen to even now, and I think it's due to being open-minded enough to hear what's going on today, and then reach way back 60 years ago and hear that, and somehow or other incorporate the two. I think it makes for a very interesting piece of music.
Okay. And I know that you've acted in stage plays in the past and have expressed interest in acting in the future. What kind of roles do you enjoy playing the most?
Oh, in the acting area, I've always been the grandpa and the old man who has the good advice. I just don't think I could play a mean old guy. So I would probably rather stay around the areas that I played and am familiar with. Well, if you saw the movie Blessed and Cursed with Diedrich Haddon, I came in basically as an old singer that the young boy had respect for. And for these kind of roles, of course, I'd like something, more meatier, something whereby I could really establish a sure enough role. And I've been praying to the Lord about it, and I believe He's going to give it to me before too much longer. So, and I'm always wanting to be a part of something that is going to increase people, encourage people, make people better. So that's kind of where I want to go, even with the acting.
And with all of your awards, honors, and accolades, what gives you the greatest sense of accomplishment?
What gives me the greatest sense of accomplishment? Is that what you said?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Everything, it's mind-blowing when you notice that everything that you ask God to do for you in this business, you notice, first of all, that He allows it to happen. And then, after that, you notice that it turned out successful. And these are the things that really get my attention. As a matter of fact, they make me love the Lord even more. Because when it comes to stage plays, I can remember vividly saying to the Lord, I went to see a stage play, and I saw some of my friends on the stage acting in those plays. And I left the theater saying, God, I want to do that. I want to do that. And less than 3 months later, I was on the stage doing the same thing. And God allowed me to reestablish my name, this time not so much in music, but in stage plays. And so these things get my attention, and I'm just amazed and astonished at how when you tell God that you want to do something and you mean it from your heart, He'll allow you to work in that area. So I don't know if I answered the question correctly, but these are the things that really make me feel a sense of accomplishment.
So it sounds like answered prayers are the main things, that knowing that when you're asking God something sincerely, that prayer will be answered ultimately is most important to you.
Yes. If you're around me for any length of time, you'll notice that while the door of opportunity is what most people look for, I look for mine to be hinged in the Spirit. So If that door of opportunity opens, I'm looking for God to make certain that I'm able to take advantage of it.
What other artists or producers would you like to work with that you have not yet had the opportunity to work with?
I don't know if the desire is that great anymore because God have allowed me to work with so many wonderful people. But I can remember back in the day thinking if I could ever work with anybody from Motown or anybody from Stax Records or anybody from Philly International. And, it's almost a wait-and-see type situation now because God has been so good to these producers. And the last one who did some work with me was Randy Jackson from the Idol show. And he was so excited about my voice, and we did a little work together. And I just kind of believe now that God has got me in a place where I can actually just wait and see who responds.
Okay, and kind of along that same line, if let's say someone's a brand new songwriter that's not as well as known as a producer, Randy Jackson, and they wanted to submit some type of song or demo to you, how would they get that information to you?
Well, we have a website. The record company receives songs and different things of that nature for the Rance Allen Group. And I have a post office box, 3297, Toledo, Ohio, where you can send your songs. The only thing we ask is that all music be copywritten before it is sent to us. And we do promise you one thing. We will listen, but it'll have to be your song that does the rest. But we will listen.
Okay, so I'm just going to repeat that for our Grown Folks Music family. You said P.O. Box 3297 in Toledo, Ohio?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I'll get zip for them, so just in case someone...
43607.
Okay. Thank you, and we've got some aspiring producers and songwriters that are part of our Grown Folks Music listening family. So I'm sure someone will probably submit something to you. So if your mailbox is full, just think about Grown Folks Music.
I'll be waiting and expecting it to come. All right.
Okay. What are some simple things in life that are not tied to money that you enjoy?
That are not tied to money?
Yes, sir.
Peace. I love peace. The Bible says, thou, meaning the Lord, will keep him in perfect peace, whose mind is stayed on him. And I'm at that age where I know it to be true. You keep your mind on Jesus. He can keep you in peace. Peace, money can't buy. Love, money can't buy. Joy, money can't buy. And it's the things that money can't buy that we need more of anyway. And I love the people who prove to be real friends. And when I say prove to be real friends, I simply mean by being there, by sticking and staying with you, and not giving up on you, and so on and so forth. I love, being able to go home after a concert, after being out on the road, and just watch television and rest. And these are the kind of things that I enjoy.
Okay. And what's your favorite pastime when you're not making music?
Favorite pastime? Well, there again, I love watching those old black and white movies. Anywhere from the 30s all the way up to the 60s. The Clark Gables, the Humphrey Bogarts, the Jimmy Cagneys, those pictures.
Okay. And can you tell our Grown Folks Music family more about your Thanksgiving giveaway that you're doing this week?
The Thanksgiving giveaway, I believe that it's actually being headed, I believe, by a record company. And we just want to, put in the hands of God's people this project and allow it to be a blessing to them.
Okay, and I know that you were recently asked how it feels to be at a point where you have 40 years in the music industry. You responded that life begins at 40 and there's still so much to do. So related to that statement, what else should fans be looking out for from the Rance album?
Oh, my. Well, I can definitely tell you this, that the Rance Allen Group is not through, although there was a time when I thought certainly we would be through by now. There was a time when I certainly thought that there would be no more interest in what we were doing, but God has absolutely changed my mind. I started praying a prayer when I was in my mid to late 20s from a piece of advice that a bishop gave me. He says, Rance, ask the Lord to let you bloom in your later years. And he says, the reason why I tell you this, he says, because you young folk, you usually get everything now, and when you get old, when you can really use it, it's all gone. He says, so enjoy your life now. He says, but be sure and ask the Lord to let you bloom in your later years. And from that point in my life up until now, that's what I did. And God is opening so many doors for myself and the Rance Allen Group until I don't know what's next, but I know that there will be something, and I'm going to, God be my helper, take advantage of it.
Okay, and then since you've begun your career in the music industry, with all the years that you've been in the industry, what has been the most surprising aspect about the music industry for you?
How music changes, and how you can hear something and you say, that's never going to make it. And then you look up, a decade has passed, and that very thing that you said wasn't going to make it is the thing of the day. And it happened that way with us in gospel music. When we started, gospel music was played one day a week, Sunday morning at about 6 a.m. until 10 p.m. And we were dreaming that maybe someday you could hear gospel music on an everyday basis, 24 hours a day. And we thought, it was a wonderful dream, but would it really ever come true? We didn't know. But here we are today. Gospel is on the air, on television, CDs, everywhere, the computers, everywhere, all day long, 24/7. So it's astonishing to see how the world of music changes and continues to be a most important part of our lives.
Okay, so that's another answered prayer for you, because you were saying about wishing and hoping to see and hear gospel more, and now that's another answered prayer where, as you say, now it is accessible 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
It's a blessing. I went on a cruise earlier this year, and the cruise was based around gospel music. And who would have thought that there would ever be a cruise where gospel music would be the center of attention? It's happening, and God's doing it.
Okay. And where's the best place for fans and listeners to connect with the Rance Allen Group online?